Of today, we are commemorating two functions combined together. One function is International Day, World Day Against Child Labor, and the theme is Kenya is ready to eradicate or to eliminate child labor, and time is now to act. And another function which is also commemorated today, which was to be commemorated on 16th, is the Day of an African Child. The theme is the right to education for all African children. Many children throughout the world, especially in Africa, as we stand here today to commemorate this day, which is the International World Day Against Child Labor, many children are deprived of their right to childhood. That is right to education, right to being a child, and also for right to future prospects. And the reason is because most of these children, especially in Africa, are subjected to exploitative labor. So that's why we come here today to celebrate that day and create awareness and also champion the rights of education for all children in Africa, specifically for Kisii County where we are today. You know that Kisii County, being an agricultural county, the most form of child labor that is exhibited is children who are engaged in farms, specifically to maybe apply fertilizer, weeding, blacking of coffee and also tea, delivery to buying sites for the tea, and also delivery to coffee processing factories. We also have some sort of child labor which is exhibited in soapstone carving. We also have hawking in town, especially in Darajambiri. It's more frequent there. We also have children who are exposed to worst forms of child labor, like prostitution and slavery.
Today we are celebrating the Day of the African Child, and our theme for the day is education for all children in Africa, and we are commemorating the day in connection to the children who were affected in South Africa in 1976, who are marching against being denied education. Kenya, being a signatory of the African State Union, we are part of the implementers. So every year we celebrate the Day of the African Child in commemoration of what happened to our African children by then in South Africa. So this day, which will be celebrated on 16th, is normally celebrated every year, and we emphasize the importance of education to a child. And as the government, we ensure that the children are retained, the issue of retention and the progression. And the government has chipped in ways where we support children who are orphaned. We have a presidential secondary school bursary where orphaned children get support, and we ensure that they continue being in school and they complete. And at the same time, we also have the Inua Jamii program where the orphans and vulnerable children are also catered for, to ensure that they continue being in school and their basic needs are achieved. At the same time, also through the Department of Disability, also there's a kitty for those children who are physically or mentally affected. They are facilitated to be in school from the primary level even up to tertiary.
My name is Thomas Mireri, the Branch Secretary of the Kudea Workers Union, which is an affiliate to Kotu Kenya. Kotu Kenya is a stakeholder in the International Labour Organization, where we have conventions in terms of child labor. And today we are here to commemorate the day for the Child Africa Day, and at the same time for the elimination of child labor in Kisii County, whereby, as my colleague, the county labor officer, has spoken all forms of child labor, and which we are here today to create awareness. But as I stand here as Kudea Kenya, is that Kudea is in charge of Kenya Union of Domestic Hotels Educational Institutions. So we are here to emphasize on education before the domestic work that the county labor officer has just spoken of. So we are also emphasizing that let the child proceed with the education before he's employed in all forms of domestic work. as he has stated, in terms of bragging tea and all forms of domestic work, as in herding cows, all other work that is not meant for the children, because we want the children to just go through the process of childhood for them to grow and mature in terms of the best way of the child of Africa to be, rather than exposing the small young children carrying heavy rods, whereby they just grow even their masculinity to the extent that a child of 12 years looks like an old man of 40 years. So with what the stakeholders have also just spoken, I emphasize from the children department that all forms of child labor and abuse in conjunction with our union to work together as a team and eliminate